Joined by head coach Rob Cooper. Coach, when you think about the opportunity that the guys have in front of them to go to Cuba, what's the first thing that comes to mind for you in terms of the experience they're going to get out of this?
Well, I think first of all, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You're talking about an educational opportunity that, to me, is just another example of what Penn State University is all about. This whole trip down there came about because Penn State University has had a long-standing agreement with the Marti Center in Havana, an educational agreement, and so they've been able to take groups down there, professors, students. I think Coach Rose took a team down there about a while ago. But if we weren't at Penn State, this wasn't an opportunity that would have been open to us. But so our guys are getting a chance to do something that, like in my lifetime, I haven't been able to travel down to Cuba. So the fact that they're going to get a chance to immerse themselves in the Cuban culture and see the country, and it's a prideful nation. They are very proud of their country, and so to see it from their standpoint, I think is going to be really cool.
From a schedule perspective, what types of things will be on the schedule? Obviously, we know you're going to play some games, but outside of baseball, what types of things are you going to be doing down there?
Well, we'll be touring the countryside, and we'll be sitting in on lectures and learning about the history of Cuban baseball from them, learning about Jose Marti, which is basically their Abraham Lincoln. It is definitely a educational first trip. I mean, I would say probably about 80% of what we're going to do is going to be learning the culture and history of Cuba from the Cuban point of view, and then 20% of it's going to be baseball. And to be very honest with you, that's the way it should be. This is an educational opportunity. It's going to be a chance for the guys to see a place that, like I said, most of the kids their age have never ever had a chance to see. And we had a group come in and talk a little bit about Cuba and the history of it and things like that. So I'm excited for them to kind of go and see it and really get a feel for what it's all about.
When the idea first presented itself, what was it about it that you thought, boy, we have to do this? There's no question that I want to make sure that the team gets this experience.
I think really because it was Cuba. I mean, again, you're talking about, a country that, for since the 60s, our relationship has not been great. The United States and Cuba's relationship has not been great. And so it's been a country that's basically been cut off to United States citizens. And so, for our guys to get a chance to go there and see something that, again, I'm 44 years old. In my lifetime, you haven't been able to travel down to Cuba. And so for our guys to be able to go down there and have this experience that baseball is a vehicle for, I think, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I think anytime you take an educational trip like this or a foreign tour, I think it can be beneficial. But again, when it's something that really hasn't been open to the public, I think it's even that more meaningful and that much more of an educational opportunity.
On the field, what will the schedule be like in terms of who you will play, how many games will you have, that type of thing?
Well, that's still kind of fluid right now. Originally I think we were supposed to play like the University of Havana a couple games and like a junior national team, and now I'm hearing that we're probably going to play against the Cuban National Series teams, which is like the Industriales and basically their Major League Baseball. Which if that's the case, that makes it even better because it's, you're talking about some of the best baseball players in the world. You're talking about the same league that has produced guys like Aroldis Chapman and Puig and those guys. So for our guys to have the opportunity to go play against that type of competition in Cuba, it's even that much more special. And again, the biggest thing is that even though like our guys are excited, I'm excited, it won't really hit them what they're getting to do until probably about 10, 15, 20 years from now when they're like, do you realize what we got to do before the relations between the two countries really took off and improved? And so that's something that, again, Penn State is providing our guys.
I'm sure there are a ton of moving parts with the trip in terms of logistics and funding and that type of thing. How are things going in that department, and what's the next step for the group?
Well, as far as the itinerary and schedule, the itinerary that we have so far is going to be an unbelievable opportunity and experience for our guys with what they're going to get to see and the teams that we're going to play. From a funding standpoint, that's something that we're still working on. Obviously it's an unbelievable opportunity, and with that opportunity comes a price tag. And so we're going to rely heavily on donations from donors and alums and anybody that cares about, Penn State and the student athlete and the baseball program. We definitely need that help. And anybody that's interested in giving to this and make, the thing that I've been trying to get people to understand is obviously coaches and athletic departments are always trying to raise money. And whether it's for facilities, which you need to attract great players or equipment or things like that. But this is an opportunity to give money that you're going to actually make a direct impact on the educational experience for a student athlete. And, it costs about $2,500 per player for us to go over to Cuba. And if you're interested in giving money, you can go to gopsusports.com and click on the link that talks about us going to Cuba, and you can tells you how to get a hold of people at the, whether it's Varsity S or the Nittany Lion Club, and help make this a reality.
How beneficial is this trip for your team in terms of the growth? A lot of young guys coming into the program. How much is this going to help you guys grow to get ready for next year?
I honestly couldn't have asked for a better year to do it. We've got 12 true freshmen. I think we've got about 7 sophomores. So, anywhere from 18 to 20 of our guys are first or second year guys. And, you get 10 extra practices before you go over there. You're going to play some games. And because of the government regulations, the only people that can go over are the people that are affiliated with the program. And my kids couldn't even go if I wanted to take them. So we're going to get a chance to bond and really get to know each other even more so and get closer to guys. And I just think that's going to be invaluable for this young team moving forward.
From a big picture perspective, how has the offseason gone for you?
I've been happy with it. We had 12 freshmen in here and also some guys that weren't freshmen in here this summer, going to summer school, lifting weights, getting stronger. They got a chance to really get settled in school. And then, our first day of team practice is this Thursday. And I've been really, really happy with the competitiveness and the way our guys have been working through the individual workouts and strength and conditioning.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to us, and good luck this fall.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.